Welcome to the Deucecast Extra. We are here to discuss episode 3 of 1923 and episode 8 of Yellowstone, which is the mid-season finale, apparently. And also, I was wrong that it's released this week for some reason on a holiday. I was completely wrong about that. I thought that they were waiting until next week. So I was hoping Brian was going to be hanging out in the chat because I've got to give a huge shout out to Brian. I've got a brand new computer. It's like lightning.
Wow.
This is like the fastest piece of equipment I've ever had computer wise. There he is. That's right.
There he is.
Brian, dude, this computer is awesome. So I really appreciate this computer. It is fantastic. And of course, even though he doesn't watch Yellowstone or 1923, we've got Garrison hanging out in the chat for some reason. I don't know. Maybe he's hoping we talk about something else at some point, but we're going to dive in. First, introductions, of course. We've got Roth from Wyoming. How's it going, buddy?
Good.
Happy
I'm
New
glad
Year.
to be back. Yes,
Yeah.
Happy New Year. I was sad to have missed the last episode. Merry Christmas as well. It is still Christmas season.
That's right.
We've still got 3 days left, technically.
All the way till
technically. So you Catholics, I've heard that
right.
Michael Knowles is doing the same thing. Like there's still 3 days of Christmas yet.
It's
what is this all about?
It's the 12 days of Christmas, man.
Yes.
I'm a dumb Baptist.
There's a whole song about it, Baptist or not.
12 days of Christmas. The Epiphany is coming.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the Epiphany.
Wait.
My wife is Hispanic, so we generally keep the tree up until Epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
You're full of crap.
We do.
We do. I took that thing out. I threw that thing out in the yard the day after. Good grief.
Oh, Michael.
I don't know anything. Matt, what's up, buddy? How's it going? Good to see you.
Hey, Matt.
The Minkster.
The Mingster's in the house. Rhett, how's it going? You missed the last episode because of your partying ways.
Yeah,
but
I was out partying again.
Yeah, I know.
Which is good because I hadn't actually watched 1923 at that point.
Okay.
I did not watch it until yesterday. I watched the second episode yesterday and the third today, so I am caught up.
Oh wow!
You are officially caught up. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Dr. Earl coming in hot as per usual. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, it's going all right.
Okay. All right, I hear you. And of course,
crazy day.
You sound like a Cincinnati doctor.
We saved the best for last. Melissa, how's it going?
Pretty good. Happy to be here.
Good. How's the restaurant business going for you? Busy this time of year?
It's still there.
Still there. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of flu going around, so we are extremely shorthanded and very busy.
Yeah, man. A lot of people commenting on a shaved Rhett. A lot of people are really impressed with
that. I'm going to shave for next week.
I was gonna ask you about it, Rhett. It literally looks like de-aging technology.
I did this in post.
He's like Henry Cavill with his mustache.
Yeah, it's the same technology they use in Indy 5. So
It's
just fitting.
Next week I'll look like Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah. Right.
Here we
go.
So
let's dive into episode 3 of 1923. Man. A slow episode at first, but then holy cow! I mean, it
got real.
Really picked up.
It got real really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
great moments,
dude. It's in all honesty, Brian. It's your computer. The reason that I'm able to do this. I mean, in 720. Otherwise, awesome. I would not be able to. Yeah. No, it's the same camera.
It's like it's 2008 in here.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. No, the way StreamYard works, you have to pay extra if you want to do 1080 streaming.
Mm-hmm.
And I will not be paying extra. I already pay enough to them.
You don't want to see this face in 1080.
No. We should be low res.
Yeah, this is a low res.
I should just do it like that.
Yeah.
If you put this in 1080, it's going to look like an REI climbing wall.
That's
Oh my
right.
gosh.
Wow.
That's right.
Holy
No doubt
smokes.
about that. Yeah, look, yeah, thanks, Garrison.
Who's
You're
that old
always
piece of leather?
yeah,
720
Garrison.
fine, guys. That's all we need.
Fine.
Appreciate it, Garrison. Let's dive into the episode. I mean, Roth, what? Okay, let's break it down by let's talk about Africa, and then we'll talk about the other stuff because the
Okay,
Africa stuff
so
was
We
kind
gotta
of
we're
talk
going
about
to
the
skip
washing
the
machines.
chores and the Elsa narration.
yeah. I mean,
They
we can
was
talk about
there
the
working
Elsa,
on the
kidding.
farm.
the farm, and
There are no different days on the farm. There are no
It's
weekends.
They had no
It's
weekends.
seasons. That's what she said. Seasons.
So- Go ahead.
no, you
I-
go, Melissa.
You
I
go.
quite
was-
like this episode.
So just apropos of nothing, except for we're talking about narration. At some point in halfway through 1923, I got my TV stuck in the like accessibility screen reader settings.
Oh
And
no!
I couldn't get it to turn off, so I had captions and I had her narrating, and then I had the TV telling me what was going on. I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
my
man.
gosh, this
The
is terrible."
descriptive.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Wow, the
It was awful.
descriptive. I would be interested to hear the descriptive in some of this episode. But
No.
let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let's talk about these lions. Africa was pretty rough. I mean, that's okay. Wait a minute. Now, Garrison, are you watching the show or something? Like, are you watching 1923? Because I don't know.
I think he's secretly watching it because he seems like he's vaguely in the know about some things.
Garrison
I
is
know.
doing what Rhett does with cartoons. Rhett pretends he
Oh.
doesn't watch cartoons so he can make fun of us.
Oh, that makes
But-
sense.
He really does.
I feel you. So
Africa was
Alexandra,
awesome.
yeah, it was cool.
It's the best part of the show.
Probably the last
No.
we're going to see of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you think?
yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
A
Yeah.
lot of B-roll, like a lot of B-roll of animals walking.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
like
Yes.
a good, like a Peter Jackson amount of B-roll.
Very Wild Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Here
was.
you see Marlon Perkins type.
And now we see the elephant.
Now we see it. Look over here, John, or whatever his name was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean,
So-
Alexandra doesn't seem real interested in continuing in this lifestyle of in Africa. So
Well,
I think she's
would
going to be
you,
pleased.
if you were stuck in a tree with like 8
Probably.
lions and like
Yeah, she
20
freaked out a little
hyenas
bit
trying
up
to
there,
crawl.
but I can understand.
I mean, I'd have been kind of freaked out too.
Yeah, I mean, Spencer, of course, like was not phased at all. I mean,
Crap myself.
He's
It was-
he's a hunter.
It was like at first she was like, "I never want to feel like this again," and then 2 seconds later she was like, "Boy, did it turn me on."
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Well, that's well. Here's what I struggle with in all the love scenes of across this entire universe, Yellowstone universe.
Yellowstone universe. Okay.
They are disgusting people. Okay, they are. They have been out on the Serengeti all day. Okay, they're stinky. And then they come riding in on a horse or whatever. They've been out in the
Right.
with their arm up a cow for all day, and then they're immediately like all over each other. It's disgusting. They smell terrible. They smell terrible.
Yeah,
Right?
but if they all
It's
smell
the
terrible,
natural
do any of
must.
them
And then
smell
it's the-
terrible?
Just because I smell bad
It's
doesn't mean
fair-
my nose doesn't work.
It's
Must.
pheromones. It's pheromones.
It's dirty and ragged, and it's just disgusting. And I don't understand it. I don't know how the species actually propagated from back in the day when everybody was nasty
know.
all the time.
Don't hold back. Just
No,
tell us
no.
how you
Well,
really
dude,
feel.
there were some things there that were appealing to.
I mean, but just the smell, I can't get past the stench. Well, I mean, even for her, like, what would, like, he's disgusting. He's sweaty. He's dirty. He smells like they all
Yeah, but
smell
he's
like
a man.
animals.
He's a
Smells like a-
man's
She wasn't
man.
with a man
He's
before
like
this.
masculine
They all
and
smell
macho.
like the
and-
fair. They smell like the fair.
They smell worse than the
cares?
ferrets,
Who
but it was
cares?
1923.
It's
Yeah,
his
who cares?
pheromones, Red.
I don't even know if
exuding
deodorant
this.
was invented yet.
They
I'm
probably
sure
didn't
it
have
wasn't.
deodorant.
No, it was.
I
I'm
see
sure
no
it
problem
It was
with
only
any of
10
that.
years after
all gruesome.
shaving your armpits,
Oh, gruesome.
as we learned.
I see no problem with any of this. Anyway, she's gonna get to go back to America anyway.
Matt Mink says they smell like funnel cakes. You said the fair.
Like the fair. Yeah, exactly.
Like funnel cakes and Zach Bryan.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, I mean, as we heard in the episode later on, I mean, Kara is writing to Spencer. So you're right, Earl. I forgot that we might see one more week of Africa, because it's going to take a while for that
Nah,
letter
he's
to
coming
get
back.
there.
Nah, jump ahead. Nah, you gotta.
Oh, they're going to bounce ahead.
I think they're going to jump ahead. And I also think that Spencer was ready to go back anyways, and that was
Yeah, they were about to go back.
yeah.
Yeah, he
He
wanted
found
to,
them a
He
British
might
baby.
beat the letter to Montana, and then when
Yeah.
the letter shows up to Montana, or when he shows up to Montana, the letters show up in Africa.
That'd be a bit dramatic, show up and find out his brother was killed. Or
Well,
not his brother, his
brother. Yes.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
brother.
Oh, you're right. His brother. Yeah.
he had traveled for just like this one more job, right? But it was unexpected at the last minute, the end of the last episode. So
right.
he could have already been heading maybe back that direction, and she's kind of the detour
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Melissa, did you get a new mic? Look at that thing.
I got a microphone.
Glowing.
It's new because I've never had one before, ever.
We can hear you. Yes.
Well, she's preparing also for her podcast.
Well, I've had like
February.
that's true.
like music microphones, but not this one.
Yeah. No,
Understood.
that's a good podcast microphone.
Changes
You'll be
colors.
ready.
I know.
I know.
It's pretty, and if I mute it, then the colors go off, and then that's how I know it's muted. It's like the Fisher Price. It's like the beginner microphone.
What brand is it, if you don't mind my asking?
Fee-Fine?
Oh,
No
okay.
idea.
How much exactly did you pay for it?
$20.
No. We don't.
20?
ask.
Yeah.
And it sounds good for a $20 mic.
That sounds
$20?
very
No.
good for a $20 mic.
I only needed to do the one thing. So I like Googled and looked on Amazon, and I was like, done. Let's go.
This is the
USB,
one.
I'm assuming.
I'll do anything for $20.
Well, let's not.
Said it right here. You should run the scoop banner.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's
We
do
don't want to know,
anything.
so I'm not going to run that.
Hey, you may get our
Spencer's
viewership up saying stuff like that.
Exactly.
Spencer
Who's that
finally
clean-shaven
feels again.
boy there with the?
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jacob. Spencer does feel again. Yeah,
There's an echo.
Who's the echo? Whose fault is that?
I have no idea.
Can't be me.
It's not me because I have headphones on.
Yeah, I've got headphones on also.
Is it me?
It's Melissa. Right?
Mute,
Oh.
mute yourself.
You and your mic has ruined everything.
Hang on.
Let's see if it is. It might be me.
No, I
No,
think it's Melissa.
It's Melissa.
Oh,
It's a setting thing. I don't know what you have to do.
I don't
fix
remember
it.
either.
Oh, put headphones in. Yeah. Do you have headphones that you can put in? No, it's okay.
We're
it's
good.
okay. We can
it's
deal
not.
with
It's
it.
not. If
No, no,
we're
no,
not
turn
all
your mic
talking at
back on.
once like we
Turn
were,
your mic back on.
it's
It's
not
okay.
that bad.
It wasn't doing it before though.
ruin the show.
Everyone's gonna do it. It could be me. So
No, you're fine.
You're
yeah,
fine.
yeah. For next week, just get yourself some headphones, and it'll be fine.
That's an
It's
order
just
from
and
Michael.
it's cheap. Like I'm just using cheap old like Walmart
These are super
headphones.
cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't.
Dr.
matter.
Earl has airplane headphones on.
Yes, these are from.
Those are from United Airlines.
How do you know that, Jacob? How do you,
That was just
can you
No, they're
identify
not.
it?
They're not really that. They're-
Yeah, he's making an instruments approach tonight.
No. He's in the plane as the plane is landing. He's
Yeah.
not flying the plane.
Ladies and
He's a
gentlemen, this
passenger.
is your
Oh, he's
captain
spicy.
speaking
Yes.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
free
yeah.
ones they
The
handed
free high
out in
guy.
2003.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes,
it's the
yes.
free
He's
ones.
in coach.
with the two prongs, and you have to.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, and Ross,
Melissa's been
before-
silenced. Michael
before we-
silenced her.
No, I didn't silence her. She can talk if she wants to.
Okay.
Roth did mention that Spencer, his feeling again. He's starting to have these emotions that he had pushed dead
He's-
inside.
Man, he's ready to marry. He's like, let's
Yeah.
do it.
I think so. It's very Yellowstone universe.
what do you think the time lapse was there?
The time
Like
lapse,
3 days.
3 days. Yeah,
Oh, that's how they did it in the old days. They'd be like, "Well, you look good. How about
Oh,
we
it wasn't
marry?"
3 days. It was like it was one day in a train ride in a car ride to this new town or
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah.
Or a train. I guess they rode a train maybe, but
Yeah, I think they were on a train.
yeah, the driver. took
No,
them-
I don't think
No,
they're in a
'cause
train. I
I
think
don't
they were in
they
that
did,
car.
'cause They left the train. There was the train
And
right there.
They're building the train.
Right.
tracks.
Yeah, the driver drove him out there. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 38 minutes later. He was like, "She's my fiance." I was like, "Okay."
I
Yeah, and I
thought
wonder
their
if she
banter
knew
was
that.
fantastic.
They did that in the old days.
Yeah,
In the old
their
days.
dialogue is good. yeah, I ended up caring. I care about their relationship when I
Mhm.
I didn't think I probably would at first.
Yeah.
It's pretty well. I mean, you can't say it's well written because they are literally engaged after 2 days, right? And it's a little bit extreme.
It's the 1920s, man.
I mean, yeah, and she
you've never
she
seen
met
a
him
blonde
once.
woman before.
They had 2 3-minute conversations, and she left her fiance, right?
Well, I mean, look at Spencer, wouldn't you? I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, I get it, but it's
Yeah.
not that I think she necessarily knew she wanted to be with him forever. She just knew she didn't want to be with the other guy, right? So this
Sure.
was a reasonable alternative.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, because she's impetuous and he's pretty good looking, now she wants to marry him, of course.
Of course. I mean, why not? It's
Well, yeah, and she
you know.
thought he was going to give her a life of adventure, but then when she saw what the adventure was, being up a tree,
Right.
she was
He
shrieking
didn't say
and
it was
like,
gonna
I
be
never want
fun.
to do that again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did like
With a
that line
sweaty
when they're in
man.
the car, and she's like, I don't want you to do this for work. He's like, honey, that was not work. That was us going for a drive in the desert.
Yeah. That was a good line.
That was great.
So let's jump
We
back
skipped
over
the whole-
to
What about the speakeasy?
yeah, Montana. We're gonna jump back over to
Okay.
Montana then.
The speakeasy was fantastic.
Yes.
That was great.
Is that the first time anybody from Yellowstone's ever been in a bar where there wasn't a fight?
Think
Yes.
so.
Maybe,
I
yeah.
think so. I
High
really
likelihood
do
of
think
that.
so.
No, I think
there would
that's
be a
right.
fight, and there
I
wasn't.
also did. I thought Spencer Jack was going to get arrested for
Mhm.
drinking,
Yeah.
and it was going to be a whole ordeal. Different ordeal
Well,
happening
they've
this
got
episode.
I
the
thought
sheriff.
they-
The sheriff is their buddy. They're not going to arrest him.
They were saving it to the end. They
That's
wanted
T-1000. Is the sheriff T-1000?
Yes, he is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Robert
Yeah.
Patrick. Yeah,
Yeah.
he
sort
isn't
of a
happy.
older.
He's not happy with Jacob though. I mean, because of the whole like
Oh, the hanging
Hanging-
thing.
Oh,
can't-
the
Hanging
whole
people.
You mean the murders?
yes, the whole like hanging people.
Yeah.
He's
You mean like the
"Jacob,
killing of
This
people?
isn't
You mean
the
the,
old
the
days, Jacob.
cold-blooded murder from our protagonist?
He did a murder.
Jacob, you can't be killing people. This is this
is
isn't
the
like
old
the
days.
old days.
I do have hanging stats. The last time hangings
Oh,
occurred.
good. Let's hear this.
This
Oh,
was from
wow.
episode 2.
Okay.
That I wrote these down when I watched it when I got back on Sunday. So the
Okay,
last hanging in Montana, state sanctioned, was 1943.
Oh, wow,
Wyoming
that's
state
late.
sanctioned,
That's
yes, way
late.
late. Wyoming was
No, that's
1933.
yeah.
The last in the U.S. was in Delaware in 1996.
A
What?
hanging? Like a
Yeah.
public hanging?
Yes.
Oh, that's how they used to execute people, Michael.
Well, that no, I
It wasn't
understand that,
public.
but
They didn't do it in the town
1996.
square.
Yeah.
They didn't. It wasn't a public hanging. They didn't.
Oh, it probably was not a public hanging.
No.
It was just
a
a,
hanging. Yeah, that some state. I think Utah still has it on the books, right?
no.
Well,
the
if you're-
only two are Washington and New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
If your electric chair is not working, you got to do something, right? Is that the-
I think that weak court has phased out the electric chair. That was
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe that the universal death penalty is now the lethal injection.
Well,
Okay.
I think
It should be firing
Alabama's-
squad.
I think Alabama's trying to do gas.
Hmm.
I don't know if I don't, but whatever. We don't have to go down.
I think
that
we should
road.
avoid gas chambers. But
Yeah, I think we should
Yeah,
too.
it's a bad look, right?
it's a bad look.
It's not good optics. No.
Yeah, it's
Copy the highway system. Don't copy the gas chambers.
not- right. Exactly.
Yeah, Make
Exactly.
the trains run on time. But
You can drive a BMW. Don't use a gas chamber.
Oh my! I just realized what was
Melissa,
going on.
this is what you signed up for, Melissa, and you knew that. This is
It's fine. I'm enjoying it. I don't have anything to make it better.
that's probably
I mean,
wise.
The
It's
gold
probably
fillings,
wise.
you know, you got the gold and silver fillings. You got to. Oh, I don't know. This is going
Harrison
down.
Ford's running dismount days are over.
yeah,
Dude.
He's
He Deucecast War. That's right. Yeah, I mean Harrison Ford struggled to even get off the horse. I mean,
But
I was worried for him.
yes, but the
It's all an
character
act.
acknowledged it. Like
Oh,
it's-
you're right. The character
he did.
acknowledged it.
if he was that is the only thing that I'm a bit trepidatious about for Indy 5 is Harrison Ford being able to do Indiana Jones type
Yeah,
things.
he'll have
And
stunt
this, I'm
doubles.
fine with him being old because his character's old.
He's supposed to be old in this one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm. That's true. Yeah.
There was some nice sort of back and forth between him and Kara.
Yeah.
Is that her name?
Uh-huh.
So they're I like their little the shaving bit where he was shaving, and that was classic Harrison.
I
It was a
thought-
nice conversation.
Look, he's old, Garrison. He's old.
I I thought a lot of the couple interactions in this episode were really sweet.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were.
They
Oh
were
man, that's some really good work from Harrison Ford.
sweet, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just endearing to watch.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right. The young couple, the love scene was it went on a little long. It's a little
did.
lengthy. It was a little dragged out.
Yeah.
A lot
And
of
this is
Are
something.
you talking Jack and Elizabeth?
Yeah. It was a little all of it. It was very slow paced, where we did a lot of lingering on these scenes where nothing was happening, and that wasn't the only one, but that seemed the most egregious, where it was just a lot of still. I mean, and it's okay to do that. It's not 100%. Never stop to breathe. Never let a scene or breathe. Right? It seemed overdone.
Well, when
will
that
say
starts
that
happening,
I will say that if we've gotten 5 seasons of Yellowstone and a season of 1883, that felt out of place a little bit. Like that's not something that they
no.
got right.
He wanted to build. So what he was doing is building these couple connections, so that when he
Sure.
pulled the rug out from under you at the end,
of the episode,
let's kill everybody. Woof! It's going to feel more. It's going
Well,
because anytime it's too quiet and pleasant, I'm like, oh, something bad's about.
I
to go
didn't
down.
mind the hotel room scene as much, because it was kind of like
That was
but
sweet.
against like the energy in the speakeasy was like really frenetic, and so I kind
That's
of
true.
thought it was like a really good contrast, and I liked that
was
setup a lot. It was really
way too big of a word for the Deucecast.
Nobody on the Deucecast Extra says frenetic. That is a fancy word for this crowd.
There's a scene in Braveheart that's really similar.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about.
And I think it's just beautifully shot.
Yeah, no, it was tasteful. That was good. It wasn't. I mean, but I felt like it was odd because
Tasteful.
it just faced out of place. It felt out of place because they even hadn't really done anything like that too much, even in like the 4 seasons of Yellowstone and.
Well, it did this week.
Well, I know they did this week, but that was different.
This was the week.
This was the week.
We're
I
taking it
understand.
to the next level.
My biggest problem with the scene was Elizabeth's dialogue. I get what Taylor Sheridan is going for with she is this educated young woman. She's a bit nervous. She
Different
is
than
trying
Jack.
to be very proper, but my plan was a beguiling pose on the bed. I fumbled the moment, I'm afraid.
It was a weird. It was some weird. It's
just
some weird
terrible lines.
I mean, I didn't think it was weird. I said the same thing my first time.
I seem to have fumbled the moment, says a shaved Rhett.
It's a shaved Rhett.
Rhett was in a beguiling pose.
I was crying.
Well, that I could believe.
I'm busy.
So,
I thought y'all had silk sheets and just shot off the bed.
Oh yeah, no, just right out the.
So we know that Elizabeth doesn't die, though. Assuming that, I mean, that
doesn't have to be the.
Well, you're right.
His first wife. They go through what women like a hot knife through butter out there back then.
No, they don't. I think that
they do. No, everybody's life expectancy is short. You married 2 or 3 times. You just
It's untrue. That's
wait.
Life expectancy.
Jacob and Kara. What do you mean?
So wait a minute. About? Elizabeth was shot.
Yes.
The guy. What's the young guy's name? Jake? No.
Jack
was
shot in the shoulder.
Yeah, but it was
just the shoulder. So he's going to make it. He's going to make it.
Don't worry about me, Doc.
John Senior is dead.
He's the grandfather of John Dutton, right?
That was rough.
What was that?
John caught it in the eye.
He's dead.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, John Senior's dead.
Yeah.
Who is the grandfather of Kevin Costner's character?
No, Jack is the grandfather of Kevin Costner's character.
No, Jack's the dad.
I don't think so.
Oh, so Jack is Dabney Coleman?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure either after this episode.
It's
possible.
I mean,
there might be a shakeup. Maybe Spencer's kid.
And he's 20, so
because our John Dutton is the third, so that tracks. I mean, you've got Jack Jr. or John Jr. They call him Jack for whatever reason. That tracks. That.
All right, we'll go with this theory for now, Michael.
Yeah, I think that's accurate, but I don't know. That's why I think Elizabeth doesn't die. I mean, obviously. So
it was Kevin Costner or Josh Lucas that was with Dabney Coleman when he died on Yellowstone?
That was Costner.
Costner.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was
He puts it
Costner.
in the 2000s, right?
No, because that was a
100
flashback.
years old.
No, because that was a flashback.
I know, but you can't
But-
flashback. But we're not flashbacking more than 20 years and keeping Costner. Like that's like you go that far back and you get Josh Lucas. So that means that was in the 2000s. That was maybe like
See,
5
that's where
years
I'm-
ago, and
That's
that's
where
why
I
think
don't know the date.
we're missing a generation here.
Unless they kind of move
That's the next
Yellowstone
show.
back, and Yellowstone isn't happening in 2022.
It's
happening in like 2010.
I mean, they haven't.
Ooh.
They've done nothing to indicate that we're not current day.
That's true.
Yeah.
I really, I don't know. I thought Jack is Dabney Coleman, but you're right. Maybe there is yet another generation.
That's what I thought as well. But I just, I'm confused by that as well. Because that's what I was thinking during episode 2. I was like, how is this going to line up? And then when episode 3 happened and John Dutton Sr. died, I was like, it made me even think about it more that maybe Jack's name is actually Jack and he's not John Dutton.
He's not a John the Third or the
Junior.
I think he is, but whatever. We don't have to.
Maybe.
What if
It's still definitely
Spencer?
possible.
What if Spencer and his bride named their son?
John the Third. They can't.
John
they
John
could.
John
Connor.
Jr.
What if there's a whole some kind of veiled family thing where like
thing. I don't know. It's
I'm
all
very confused.
There's people that have the family trees out there, and
But are those accurate? Like, or are they just
I don't
making
know.
them up like
There
we
are
are?
different ones.
there's a lot of different ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only
You have
trust
to wait
what
for
Taylor-
1953.
That's
Say that again.
We'll have to wait for 1953.
that's
Well,
right.
the next
About
one's
2 years.
60. What's the next series? Didn't they
I don't
announce that already?
Oh, I don't know.
58
I
or
was
something?
I was making it up. Are they really doing
58?
that?
I think they are doing a series in the 50s.
I don't know if we need that really.
Sure we do.
I'll watch
Sure we
all.
do. We need it all.
Uh,
All right. Well, regardless, I mean, I think we know John Senior's dead. I mean, that dude's not.
Yes.
We know James
oh
Badge
man,
Dale
James
is-
Badge Dale.
I know.
I liked his character.
I know. I'm the same way.
But they kept him. That makes sense because they weren't giving him a lot of dialogue.
I just could not believe that they went ahead and did this in episode 3. Like,
No,
they just
Yeah. And
make it a cliffhanger for the
and
end of-
revealed the flashback.
Right, yeah,
revealed,
the flashback was from the finale last in
yeah.
1883, right? So I
Yeah.
assumed that we would go that far, but then obviously we didn't. We made it
I
3
didn't
episodes
expect
out of
it to
what,
come.
16 or however many this thing is supposed to be?
yeah,
This
I think
is-
16.
I think it's 16,
Well-
right? They're going to do 8
Mhm.
and then a break and do another 8.
Well, yeah,
That's
but they
what I've
haven't
heard.
shot that's like a second season though for
Yes.
like next year sometime.
Yes.
They haven't shot the 8 episodes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
so they've only
I'm
shot
sold.
8 right now. They haven't even started filming season 2 yet, as
Oh.
far as I know.
I mean,
I think it's
season 2.
greenlit, but it hasn't been filmed yet.
Yeah, it's greenlit but hasn't been filmed. That's right.
Wait,
I
a
think
second season of 1923.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, I mean, Harrison Ford, Dr. Earl, can he survive this? I mean, that's a lot of.
I don't know.
He has to.
He got riddled with bullets, didn't he?
Well, John Dutton got riddled with bullets in Yellowstone too, and they just he's in a coma for a few weeks, and now he's
Oh, he's fine. It's good. Just patch him up.
He's in a coma in between
Well,
seasons.
Doc got
Yeah.
to him in time. You know, when the Doc shows up, things happen. So,
I mean, I guess the doc did get to him pretty quick, but man, that's a lot of bullets. I mean, that's.
I
Well,
think
next
it would
week.
have. I really thought he would have died. I was thinking he's going to die at some point. Probably the end of the series, end of the like that last scene. Like you said, we thought that was going to be the scene of her mourning and getting revenge for
Mhm.
which she did. She did in this situation, but.
I just got to say, I'm really glad that Garrison doesn't run Paramount because we wouldn't get any of these shows.
No.
He would not greenlight anything.
No, he
He
said,
would-
get out of my
shelf-
office.
He'd shelve everything. So I'm glad Garrison doesn't run Paramount because I want all of it. I want like 500 series at 250 million plus. Yeah, give me everything.
I wasn't expecting a sudden turn in
Mhm.
the middle of the episode. I wasn't expecting it to be so full circle,
Mhm.
right, and come back to that. I was like, what is going on right now?
Mhm. Mhm.
Didn't he deserve it?
Costner,
No.
Oh, I'm with the Irish.
I'm Ford. Harrison
No,
Ford.
see,
sorry.
this is
I
something
stand
that
with the sheep herders.
You guys on last week's Deucecast, which I was not a part of, were a little bit too Irish lenient on this stuff.
Aye,
We're supposed to be rooting for the Duttons in these shows,
That's
even
right.
if they're
you
wrong.
murderer.
Even if they're wrong.
No, but you're right. We're supposed to be, but
You're not supposed to be.
like
Rob.
it's. I mean, that's our protagonist that was just straight cold-blooded murder. Okay, now yeah, they took a shot at him, right?
Sure.
They did. They took a shot at the
Yeah,
kid,
they did.
Jack.
A lot of shots. A lot. There was a lot.
It was a little bit
A lot of
shootout, I
shots.
guess. Yeah.
It was an ambush with
Yeah.
3 women.
Well, it wasn't
It
an
was an
ambush. They
ambush.
came up on.
You
No, I'm
can't ambush
talking
people.
about that instigated the
Oh.
whole thing that ended up getting these guys hung or hanged. I guess,
Hanged.
yeah.
Harrison Ford also made that mistake.
Yeah, hung is different.
Yeah. Like a horse.
Anyway, where was that? Oh, yeah. So that like they deserve it to some degree.
Yeah.
Because they just murdered these guys.
Yeah,
they didn't have to
fair.
do that. He did it to send a message. Well, the word got out, and now you pay the price.
His whole monologue about I want one of them to escape because I want to instill fear
Oh,
was
that's not how that
you're
works.
not instilling fear. You're inspiring vengeance.
Revenge, right? Yeah.
Right.
So it
Well,
was.
we got a range war or whatever they call it.
Well, I guess that's why his bloodline ain't the one that wins the day at Yellowstone, right? It ain't his.
Yeah.
It ain't his family that comes through because they're. I mean, I don't know. It's not a good. It wasn't a good look for the Duttons. You kind of earned your murder.
They haven't really had a good look ever.
No,
I mean,
that's not
even
right.
in Yellowstone.
No, but Tim McGraw, I thought his character was
Yes.
pretty good.
The
He was
original
there.
Duttons
He was the
were
noble
good.
character.
Yeah.
the
So
original.
like this, they've kind of we're seeing like this spiral from them, right? Like they just keep getting worse. I mean, and the Duttons in Yellowstone are awful people.
Yes, they are. Yeah,
Matt Mink, we do want the 30-23. I would
yeah,
watch that.
I would
we need to
totally
start
watch
setting
that.
up.
Make it interplanetary. Exactly.
Rhett, we hear what you're saying.
I don't know.
No, I mean, I agree to some extent that all of these people deserve to be killing each other because they're all horrible people. Now, Spencer, I don't know. I think Spencer is going to come in
He
and
seems
maybe
like a
calm
good guy.
things. He might calm things down. Now, we haven't even seen Timothy Dalton yet, and he is supposed to be a vile villain in this series. So I think that he must be. Well, we figured out he wasn't related to Barrett or whatever the guy's name
I'm just
is.
glad we didn't go
Aaron.
back to that
Banner.
Catholic,
Banner.
whatever that.
Yeah, not seeing the nuns and the priests and the
Yeah.
Indian girls was.
Well, that'll be the
nice
next
part.
episode.
I was just
Yeah,
wanting
I
to
know.
Western and keep it.
Well,
I
Earl,
wonder if Spencer has the same amount of loyalty for the family, which is why he probably doesn't have as big of a stake. He's off finding himself or sowing his oats or whatever he's doing, and so
he reminds me a lot of Casey. I mean, as far as like
A
his
little bit,
characterization,
yeah.
It is
Yeah.
interesting that this episode of Yellowstone, Casey comes home. This
there was a
episode,
lot of
1923, Spencer's coming home.
Mhm.
That's a good point.
There was a
There
lot
are
of
parallels.
in these two episodes, which I guess that's why they played them together. You know, well, I mean, you have to have Paramount Plus, but which we all wait.
I agree. Listen, no, not
No,
Pandora.
let's never go back there for anything.
Nope.
Red, there's
Maybe.
like what 6 more movies or something?
There's
Or-
6 more Pandoras. Yeah,
I
the 6
don't
more
know.
avatars.
Is that right? I'm not sure.
Yeah, Cameron wants to make him till he's in his 80s. He said.
Cowboys can't swim, can they?
Oh yeah,
They can swim in creeks and rivers and lakes, not in
Yeah.
pools or
Only
oceans.
on horses. The
They can
horses take
ford. I don't know that they swim though. They don't
they can
Nah, they
ford.
get over their heads.
They ride the
Rhett, where do
ford,
you think
with
they
it.
shower? They shower in the rivers and the lakes.
Yeah,
No, we've already established
They
they smell.
They shower in a
That's
creek.
only when they get to town. Where do you think they shower on the trail?
No, they shower in creeks. They don't.
I
They
thought,
don't,
look,
they don't get water over their heads.
Those are
Cowboys
I
can't.
thought all the Duttons cleaned up real nice when they went into
when
town.
they went to town and
I
saw
thought
the
they-
electricity and the
I was-
rented machines.
Man,
really a
Yeah.
different time where you dressed up to go into town, and it really made me laugh so hard about the electricity
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
that was
I'm still dressed
I
up.
enjoyed that part because it was like
It was a
I mean,
fun-
Kara seemed like she wanted the washing machine at the very
she's
least.
yeah.
I mean, she's tired of washing the dishes.
That
apparently.
washing machine was a good idea.
clothes.
Yes, she's-
Oh, is that the clothes one? Yeah,
Clothes
the
washer.
clothes. Yeah, the clothes washer. Exactly.
Shoot, we're in 2023 and I don't have a dishwasher. I just washed the dishes by hand earlier.
Oh,
I might as well have been dumping them in a river. Like,
Yeah, it's probably more clean than the water you're running them under.
Oh no!
where are you, Flint, Michigan?
Huh.
Oh man.
So does he make it out of this? Do we think Harrison Ford is
No.
done for?
He should, because why would you do a season 2 without Harrison Ford?
Well, I mean, you've got this Spencer now. You've got him coming to.
Yeah, but he can't carry a show.
You don't get rid of the bullets in 1923 and survive. You don't
you
survive being mowed down by a Tommy gun in 1923. You don't. It stretches my suspension of disbelief too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Harrison Ford. He
Harrison
can survive
Ford will
anything.
survive.
I mean, yeah. Well, if it had been a plane crash,
You know what?
if he had crashed a Sopwith camel, then I would have believed he could walk away. But that ain't my head.
Because he's done it before, by golly.
Yes. I think okay, so I'll say this. I think he makes it to the mid-season finale, and then maybe like as Spencer's getting home in the next episode, he dies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the rest of his episodes will just be laying in bed. Oh, these bullets are getting closer.
He's obviously going to make it into the next one because he didn't die. If he dies on camera. Like that's the rule for Harrison Ford, right?
Yeah, this is like the 1883 Arrow conversation all over
He
again.
watches this crap.
No, he just remembers the conversation that we had about it when
she got
Isabel
speared
May's
with an
character.
arrow.
Yeah, when she
We were like, she's going to make it. They're not going to kill off a major.
Oh no,
character.
we never said she was going to make it because
I
that
did.
thing
I
had.
thought she would make it. I didn't.
I think
had
I
feces
did
on the tip.
because
Well, I didn't know
I
that at the time.
hadn't learned to hate the character yet, like I did, like 3 episodes in.
Oh,
that
she
first
was-
episode, I was like, "This is the worst
She
character
was
ever put on the
delightful.
screen."
She was delightful.
Oh,
Not
this
her
is a good
narration.
point.
Now I'm dead, and I have never felt so alive.
I would like to see Stephen Lang in one of these Yellowstone shows. He'd be good.
Oh, Stephen Lang would be good.
He would.
He might be a.
It'd be better than this than Avatar.
Okay, that's
Now,
fair.
I don't know why we think
Maybe
that,
we were
because
just.
he is a sniveling.
open.
He is a mustache twirling cartoon villain, literally a cartoon villain in Avatar. Like
In Avatar,
he's
yeah.
not good in Avatar. I think.
Well,
I don't think anybody's
had
good
his-
in Avatar.
Stephen Lang is.
And yet it's at 1.5 billion worldwide.
Well, I mean, I get it. Look,
Because
that's
the
other
world
countries.
is full of dummies.
Yeah, that's other countries.
That's other countries.
the world.
It is doing much better internationally than it is in the United States.
Right.
So, I mean, we
Puss in
We-
Boots. I enjoyed Puss in Boots 2 more. That's a fact. That's a good movie.
I need
Okay.
to see it. I have not seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either. If it gets nominated for best animated, I will see it.
Yeah,
but
I
if it
believe
does
it
not
will.
get nominated, I'm not going to see it.
Pretty good.
All right. Any final thoughts on episode 3 of 1923 before we jump into Yellowstone?
Look, I love the scene with the elephant rolling them in that car.
Oh yeah,
and that was pretty intense. I was like, whoa, okay.
It
Really
was some
good shot
crazy-
by Spencer. That must be like an actual like 50 cal elephant gun
I was like,
that he's
how did
carrying
he
around.
shoot
because
that? I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, look, you shoot an elephant in the head, it will die. Like I thought that too.
but he
like
didn't
this-
shoot it in the head.
well, that was where the bullet hole was when
That's
they
Yeah, didn't he?
pulled the
Didn't
hand
he?
out of
I
it.
thought it was in like the
Side,
shoulder
no,
where
it
like the
was-
heart would.
I thought it was.
It could have
Oh.
been. It
I'll
definitely.
need to
could
go
have been.
back and look at it again. I don't remember.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
not that
okay.
important, but
I really
ahead,
like
Melissa.
the line. I really like the line that you said about we just rang this, £1,400 dinner bell. I thought that was a great line.
Oh yeah. The dinner, but yeah, that was a great line.
My hope is that if Harrison Ford does die, if Jacob Dutton does die, hopefully he can replace Isabel May as the narrator. That would
Oh,
I'd be okay with that.
I would be okay with that.
Yeah,
too.
I'd
his
be
narration in Blade Runner was so good.
They cut that. They cut all that.
Well, I'm dead now.
That's my only hope to see
Never
Harrison
felt
Ford get
that.
shot up. That was really my when I rewatched this like an hour ago. When I heard the narration at the start of the episode, I said, "Oh, maybe if Harrison Ford dies, he could just do the narration instead of Isabel. That'd be fine with me."
No matter
Okay,
whether that narration is good or bad, like, why do you have somebody dead like what?
It doesn't.
So
make
many
sense.
years
it's
before.
unnecessary narration, right?
Because
Right.
people hate it, and Taylor Sheridan's like, "You guys
He
hate
loves
this. I'm
it,
going to do more of it."
Yeah, I
and,
guess that's
and
fine.
because he sees the numbers and people are still watching, so
Yeah.
he can do whatever he wants to.
Yeah, but they're not what. Yeah, I mean, but you got to understand when people are watching despite something instead of because of it.
Yeah.
And we're watching
Right.
despite it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is an interesting choice. I'll say that. I don't know why I guess that they're trying to link it to 1883 and make it feel like it's a sequel to that.
Yeah, there's your connective tissue, but once you do that opening episode narration, you don't need any more. And you could have done it with a crawl or a text card or anything. I'm in a storm here, so
Wow. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, we're about to get some.
Really?
Well, I need
Okay,
to turn-
we better
yeah,
jump.
10 o'clock is when the bad.
Oh,
stuff
really?
comes.
Okay. Well, we better jump. We better
That's
jump
what
into Yellowstone.
Somebody told me that. I don't.
Before the
We're in
power
Tornado
goes out.
Alley here, guys. So we may.
Yeah, before that was impressive. I didn't even hear that at my house. And you're not that far from me.
He has a button. He has a button he pushes for emphasis.
Okay, so let's jump into Yellowstone. 1923. I liked this episode a lot. And we will see where it goes from there.
I liked it too.
Apparently there's a mid-season. The next episode is the mid-season finale, I guess, and they're delaying.
Wait, I thought we were already to. Wait,
no, according to Rhett, there's a month break.
yeah,
I'm not buying it.
I think it's January
Wait,
8th and then like February 5th.
For 1923.
For 1923, yeah.
Oh, we're talking about 23 still.
Wait, you're not buying the summer?
No, I'm not buying the month break for 1923. I could be very wrong, but
Rhett's right
okay,
under.
but Rhett, okay, Rhett, where
It's a
did you see
possibility.
that? Where did you see the month break thing?
The internet.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh my gosh, the weather
It
got
took
Earl.
out his camera.
oh my god!
Took him out. He just had a lightning strike.
No, I'm fine. I didn't want you.
Oh,
I was-
okay.
I was just stretching to change up TV.
Oh,
I got to turn on our
No,
local weatherman. See what the.
yeah. I mean, I'll look it up right now. I just saw it.
There's not a tornado, guys. It's
No,
just
not now. It's just
thunderstorms.
thunder.
Good
It's fine.
grief! All right,
It's
so
fine.
Yellowstone. Let's dive in.
Do it.
Slower episode than I thought it was going to be.
Yes, especially for a mid-season finale.
for a
until summer.
mid-season
It was-
finale.
it was,
not that a lot of things didn't happen, but most of the episode was
the 4 6s, right?
B-roll of them herding cows. That
Mhm.
was most of the episode.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It wasn't as explosive as I thought it was, especially
Mhm.
after you see like Jamie's face in the teaser. I thought it was going to be a
Yeah.
lot more crazy.
Yeah.
The 4 6s thing is it's a nice dichotomy. Like everybody there's happy,
Yeah.
and they're just like
Yep.
singing songs and giving each
Because
other
they're in
high
Texas.
fives, and they're
Like
relaxed.
real cowboys.
Yeah, it's like that's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
And
right.
then you go up to Montana, and it's just absolute chaos 100% of the time. Like they're shooting wolves, they're murdering each
It's
other. They got a
thuggery.
train station.
Abject chaos.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of thugs up there.
So so in this case, the lingering on 4 6s, I think, served a purpose. It served a narrative purpose to show that contrast between look how nice it is here and look how absurd it is there.
So the episode starts right with Rhett as a young man and Josh Lucas.
Yeah.
Rip, not Rhett.
Rip.
Rhett looks like a young man because
Not
of his
Rhett. I'm sorry.
shaved
What's
face.
his Rip?
Rip. Yeah.
Rip getting his tat, his
branding,
branding,
yes.
his branding, not a tat.
Visits
No, it ain't a
Wyoming for
tat.
the first
It's a-
time, goes to the train station.
Yep. Goes to the train station, which we
Yeah.
get the explanation again of like why they can throw bodies there. Which
Yeah,
is
is that
such
true?
I don't
No,
B-
nope.
yes.
There's
that's
not
not
a
how law
single
works, is it?
No, there's not a single county in the United States of America that has a zero population. The lowest populated county is like 400 people, and it's in Texas. The whole list of top 10 is either Texas or Nebraska. Wyoming's not on that list.
I think it's the murder capital of the world, isn't it? Wyoming. You just
I mean, it must be. Yeah,
Yeah.
it must be, but nobody
you
knows.
just dump your.
Well, here's
No.
this scenic overhang, right? Where you clearly have like tons of tire tracks and a clearing, and
Yeah.
nobody's ever like, oh, let's
Yeah.
go take a
There's
picture with
this-
the kids and looked over and seen by now a visible pile of skeletons.
A mountain of bodies.
And it's not like they go down there and bury them. They just toss
No,
they just sit them off there. Yeah, they
trees
just push
down there.
them
There has to have been a time where they tossed a dead body down there and that the body got stuck in the tree.
Oh, stuck in a.
But there's like a huge pile. Like there'd be buzzards all over. You know, like
Well,
another case where it stretches my suspension of
They
disbelief.
take about 5 years between deaths or something.
There's just no jurisdiction.
Oh, they've killed 10 people since the show's been on.
yeah, at least 10.
Now there is a part of this is true where there is a jurisdiction between
Whoa.
Idaho and Wyoming where
Uh-oh.
it's not part of anywhere, but nobody lives there.
Oh,
But
oh.
I think there's already been a case where lights flashed, where
Yeah.
a crime was committed there, and they said, okay, we're just gonna move this trial to the nearest court. Like,
It's
That's
like
what you do.
Luxembourg. It's like there's no
but it's not.
there's no jurisdiction.
Luxembourg's they have
I
a
know.
government. But no, there's no jury of your peers. Like
Right.
It's a convenient plot hole.
State still has
Good to put on
investigative
t-shirts.
bodies, and they will get you. Like you go to jail. You can't murder people in any spot in America and not be held liable for it.
Well, it's just who you know.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to imagine that that Jamie's chick heard that whole conversation.
Oh yeah.
That
It was
Jamie
nuts.
and Beth were
Hard to have
having.
that conversation in front.
Oh, she did. She was taking it all in.
Like, why
And
would I don't know.
I don't think she cares if he gets murdered either, as long as he gets.
No,
things
I
taken
know
care of.
she doesn't
Oh
care.
no,
He
there's too
just
many
gets
billions at stake. Nobody's
Yeah.
life matters a hill of
No.
beans.
She was
No.
trying to help him plan his own death or
Mhm.
fake his own death. So, she didn't give a crap.
if
Yeah.
Oh, I
they
don't-
somehow
Wait,
get-
hang on. I didn't detect that we were talking about him faking his own death. I thought they were
Oh.
trying to murder
Oh,
Beth.
I had that backwards. Sorry.
yes,
Yeah, they were going to
Yes.
murder.
Oh yeah,
Beth.
yeah, they
Well,
want to murder
maybe.
Beth.
That's maybe that's the right.
No,
Oh,
interpretation.
yeah,
no,
God,
no.
you're right. I was doing like 18 things while I was trying to watch it. So.
No, I think he wants Beth.
Oh,
dead.
listen,
and
let's
Beth
say I want
wants
to go
to
on the
kill
op-
him and throw him off that. That is the stupidest thing because he's a high-ranking public
you
official.
can't
like,
just
there's no
disappear.
possible
No.
way.
You
There
can't
is-
just disappear the attorney general when you're into having a public spat with him. Like,
Yeah,
that's not,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I wonder who did that. You know?
That's how she operates, though. She's
Well, but
completely
that's
that way.
Yeah.
I mean that's
Dude, I
crazy.
think Rhett's going to kill him. He's just going to rip him apart like the
Rip.
mountain.
Rip.
What's his
Rip.
name?
Yeah.
Kip.
Yeah.
Rip.
Kip.
Kip.
Rep.
What is happening? What is happening?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
This lightning is affecting the plate in my brain.
Oh, really, Cousin Eddie?
Cousin Eddie's like,
Yeah.
here is
Hold the
fine.
light bulb up.
Right here. It's-
Wife turns the microwave on, and I piss my pants. I had to replace her with plastic.
That's so awesome.
it was good seeing Jimmy and what's her name, Christina, together again. I like their little
Oh yeah, they were
relationship.
together.
They were together. That's right. Yet
He was-
again,
She was better than breakfast.
yes, she was. I mean, why not?
I don't know. Eggs and bacon are pretty good though, but
I don't know, Earl.
we should just stop. We should cut this conversation now.
But yeah, I don't. I wonder now if they're actually going to do this the 4/6s show. I guess like they would need some intrigue
Yeah.
or
spent-
some.
It
It's
doesn't
too
seem very
idyllic there.
compelling.
Yeah,
it's not very compelling.
Yeah,
Yeah, right now it's a little bit boring.
Now
he's
they
just trying to
could-
sell
yeah.
the steaks. He wants to make it look good, so people will be like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
give me some of those steaks."
Now I do figure that we are going to. I know that they're not in Texas with all of Dutton's cattle yet, but I figure like I thought that they were sort of foreshadowing that Beth was going to call the 4/6s and try and sell the cattle for steaks to the 4/6s. I thought that I mean, why would she call them and inquire about that?
Well,
I think
no,
her and her
I think
dad
what
have a
she's doing-
conflict right now.
She is going to inquire with them and figure out how they sell the beef so they can then set up that operation in Montana.
Oh, okay.
He's going to
That
be
makes more sense.
the beef king of Bozeman or whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, that does make
It'll be a spinoff.
the
Yeah,
spin-off.
I'd watch that.
The Beef
Yeah.
King.
Just a TV show about a dramatic TV show about steak. Yes,
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm absolutely in.
We had to take this heifer to the train station.
That's right.
Instead of like cows being, put into herds and whatnot, it's just like steak with butter being poured over it,
Yeah.
like
It's
for
not
5
that
minutes.
ounces, you son of a bitch.
They bring Sam Elliott back to life from 1883. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The antagonist would have a one of those beef allergies or those allergies to red meat.
That's
Get
right.
out of my house. You. We have a friend who
It
has
writes
that,
it
so.
writes itself. I mean, we
We've
can
already
think of the-
look,
think of the,
Tyler. Hire
Look,
us.
think of the drama where one of the children gets bit by the Lone Star tick, and now he's
That's right.
allergic to meat.
Earl,
He's
is this
allergic.
lightning affecting you? Because you just called Taylor Sheridan Tyler.
Oh, I'm just. I don't know what's going
I
on.
guess.
it's okay.
It's been a long day.
We could put like these ideas into Chat GPK or whatever it's called. And
I like
Wow.
that.
Melissa's
Have them
Jimmy's
write
dry
it for a
sore.
script.
I
I
forgot
like
about
that a
Jimmy's
lot.
dry sore, Melissa. Thank you for reminding
Oh
me.
yeah.
It was so
Solid,
poorly. Like, I mean, I got what he was trying to do, but I was like, come on.
yeah.
no, it's good because listen, Jimmy's a good character.
Oh, I like him.
when we meet him, what his grandpa has him kidnapped from his meth house,
Right.
from his crack den, and dragged out against his will to the Yellowstone, right?
Mhm.
And he's come a long way.
He
he's
has
come
come
a
a-
long way from there, where now he's stable and he's got
He's
the
a stud,
got
man.
a cute little girlfriend, and
Mhm.
yeah.
No, they're
Wife.
married. That's his
Wife.
wife.
Oh, are they married now?
Yeah,
I guess
they're
that's
married
right.
now. Yeah.
She's adorable.
Mhm.
She's a veterinarian. I mean,
Catherine Kelly is the actress's name.
yeah, and I think
She's
she's
not-
full-time cast member now.
Mhm.
Great at the acting.
Well, it's okay.
It's not bad. There's a
It's a
vague.
natural.
There's something very genuine about it, where her smiles are real,
Mhm.
her laughs are real, but it comes across as not good acting. And
Well, she may be a real veterinarian for all we know.
well, I mean, now maybe, but I like the character, and it's okay. She's very differently portrayed than anybody else on there.
Right.
So
And I think Jefferson White has gotten better as he's been
Yeah.
in these shows.
Oh, yeah.
Like because he was sort of like, just starting his career, I think, when he was in season 1 or whatever. And I mean, he was pretty good in this episode for the few scenes that we got him in.
So the guy who's played by Denham Richards,
Yes,
he was left behind, right?
he was.
Mhm.
Yeah, Colby was left
Colby.
behind.
Colby
Yeah.
was left. I felt bad because I was like, they brought.
They
the
didn't do
guy-
what I thought they were going to do. I thought Ethan was going to stay behind with Lainey Wilson because, I mean, come on.
Oh.
I thought that's what was going to happen. And then Colby was going to end up going with Teeter because that scene was, man, that scene shook me up a little bit. That was a sweet little scene where they're hugging and Teeter's like, I love
Oh, I
you.
know.
and then
That
just turns
was-
around and walks
I
off. Like, it
love
was nice.
you.
Yeah. It was
Well,
nice. It was a nice
yeah,
scene.
it was a nice, it was authentic.
It was a
It
good
just
scene.
felt real.
Michael Landon would be proud of her.
That's right.
That's
Michael Landon.
Ryan. That is with Lainey Wilson, not Ethan.
Oh, I thought that was Ethan. Oh, you're right.
You
You're
even
right. It's
Yellowstone,
Ryan.
bro?
It's Ryan.
Ethan
It's
is
Ryan.
the one that made
Yeah,
the
yeah.
joke.
Dude, you're getting my disease. You're getting.
I am. You're
Ethan
rubbing
is the one
off
that
on
made
me.
the joke about Teeter going back to Texas not being very good for his speech pathology.
Yes,
Take
exactly. And then they were like, "That's the first time you've said anything," and
Yeah,
or
they're
they made
I've known
fun
you
or
for 10
reference.
years, and that's the first funny thing I've ever heard you say.
Yeah, exactly.
Let
That
her
was
rip.
Yeah.
good.
I enjoyed the bunkhouse as much as anything on the show. I
Mhm.
think
Yeah.
that's where a lot of the rich characterization is. Like they're all decent folks,
No.
Garrison.
Apparently not Garrison.
I just watch it twice.
Ooh.
He lives there.
Whoa!
He
Oh
lives- He's
snap!
down the
live
road
the
from the
show.
train station.
I live the show, so I have no excuse.
That's right. That's right.
He
No,
He had his arm up a cow earlier today, probably.
yeah, you probably did. No, I don't think I
No.
don't think she's overdoing it at all.
Maybe
I just
underdoing
think
it a little bit. Like
she's
it's
just like it's almost like too natural.
it's
It's
too
like I don't
natural. It's
Yeah.
too like she has an accent that you can barely understand what she says, and I say that talking like Foghorn Leghorn here.
Are we talking about Titor?
No, I'm talking about
No.
Emily. Emily.
Yeah, Catherine
Jimmy's girl.
Cunningham or whatever her name
Catherine
is.
Kelly.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
but,
thought that was a pretty natural accent.
Okay.
It is. It is.
From
But
all my
you don't
experience
hear-
in Texas, you see.
No,
It's
you don't
not-
hear those on TV. So
it's
there's.
not
I'm
that
just
far
saying,
off.
there's something about how natural and at ease she is there that takes me out of it. It's. I don't know what it is. There's just something off kilter about whatever she's doing. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
So did it look like Laramie was going with them?
Not in the
gonna
truck,
go-
but they said something about we'll see you in. I'll
In a
see you in
month.
Texas.
Yeah.
Oh
She's
yeah, I'll
gonna
see
go
you
to
in
They'll
Texas.
Texas.
probably like go down and like
The circuit
do a
riders are
barrel
going to go
racing
down.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
barrel racer girls.
And Beth is the one that said to Rip, "I'll see you in a month. I'll fly
In a
down
week.
in a month."
She's going to
Yeah.
fly down. Yeah.
a week.
A week.
Well, she's got business to take care of back at
Yeah.
Yellowstone.
She got a lot of business.
She's got a lot to deal with.
I guess you have to take Rip away so he doesn't just outright kill Jamie like on a whim, right?
Right.
You need him away so they can have their little fight
well.
without him getting involved, I guess.
It's kind of interesting that he doesn't know about this whole thing about the impeachment.
No, well,
when they show him, at least
it's on the news. Yeah.
No, but he didn't seem to know. Like when they showed him pulling up to the 4 6s, you think somebody
he
would have
probably-
called him.
Yeah.
I think Rip thinks that it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if John Dutton got impeached.
Yeah.
I don't think he
That's
is
fair.
for John Dutton being governor. He's for John Dutton being the runner of the ranch.
The ranch runner.
Mhm.
Ranch runner.
Which now
Ranch foreman.
Casey's kind of like been put into that position, and that was a
Mhm.
good conversation between Monica and John. Again, I liked that.
See,
like-
they've redeemed Monica.
I like
Yes.
the tongue in cheek. Like I know who wears the pants in your deal. So I'll
Yeah,
just-
that was a good line.
Man was great.
Good line.
That's all you had to do was ask.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was great.
which that was a little.
No, bull
Well,
crap.
they got to go to They got to go to that East camp though.
Just can't.
Yeah, what? So what is this?
Not a
is-
nice.
It's just gonna
It's
be a
probably
ranch
just
house.
It's probably just a little hunting shack.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably.
Ooh, is
nice.
that the shack that
2
that
episodes. It'll
James
be.
Dillard died in?
Ooh.
Is that the same
Oh,
one?
maybe that'd be
Hmm.
nice, wouldn't it?
I think that probably has been torn down, I would
Dismantled.
guess.
I don't know.
Or fallen over. I don't think you can
Yeah,
live
it's
in
100
something from
140 years old in the
Maybe.
elements up there. Yeah.
I will say there are like shacks like that definitely still exist, but nobody lives in them. They just like make sure they don't
Right.
fall over.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And they buried the bodies here.
No, that's why.
That's where the
only-
wolves are buried.
Okay. Oh,
Well, okay.
yeah.
And speaking of the wolves, that did come back up again.
Yes.
I mean,
Dude, he's
okay.
in so much. Dude.
They're out for blood.
Yeah.
It,
they're
All
out
right.
for
So
blood.
he goes to endorse rainwater, right? Let's not forget.
Yeah.
What's
Which-
the city he went to? He went to
well, he just went to the reservation.
He
Or he
went to
was
the
gonna
rest.
go to Helena.
Helena. He was headed towards Helena, right?
Yeah.
To deal with some political stuff, I think.
Mhm. Stopped at the res to do the speech, and then the crap hit the fan at that point.
Mhm.
Now, listen, Jamie, as Attorney General, would have needed to schedule that joint session of legislature, and there's no possible way that the governor would not have gotten in
Right.
that event was going to take place, and he'd be blindsided by it.
Or
Like,
nobody in the governor's camp, the senator.
no, nobody called.
He fired
him.
them all. He fired
Yeah.
them all.
No. I mean, maybe that's how they write around that, but
No, they won't even mention it again.
I know.
Like, no.
But-
There's no like Taylor Sheridan doesn't have to write around that because he doesn't care. Like he's just like, here's what's going to happen, whether you like it or not.
He doesn't
real-
care. And the Yellowstone 1923, 1883 fans are different from like
Yeah.
the other fan bases of like Star
This
Wars.
isn't
and
like
Marvel,
West
where-
Wing fans. This isn't like
Well,
people
well,
that require.
Well, I
not
don't have-
even that. It's just the fans that watch the show.
These aren't Aaron
aren't-
Sorkin fans.
Well,
they're
yes,
less.
that.
I mean, the truth is they're less discerning.
Yes,
They
and like they don't
That's
really
fair.
care about continuity. Like that's not
Yeah.
what they're like.
And look, and that's
Used to
okay. And
watch it.
I
Yeah.
get real particular about plot holes sometimes, but only when the product overall is hurt by it. This
Right.
product is still pretty good. I
Mhm.
still
enough.
enjoy the show.
Yeah.
It's still an entertaining. I mean, it knows what it is,
Mhm.
right? It's not. It knows that that doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't care. And
Right,
that's
right.
that like that. I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm still entertained by it. So the plot holes don't mean as much. Rise of Skywalker, the movie's a steaming pile of crap.
Come
And
on.
it's
Why
an
do you
easy-
always
easy
have to bring
to
up Star Wars?
I
Why-
mean, you just go look at the writing and the plot holes and all these other things like this. The weight of all that has dragged this movie so far down that it's unwatchable slop. And Yellowstone doesn't have that problem.
So
I wish somebody would take those people and the people involved with the sequels to the train station.
Oh,
Melissa,
God.
what's your take on all this? Not what Red's saying, but
Gosh.
We know that's all nonsense.
I don't think the lack of continuity bothers me as much because I just enjoy like being in the world, in that world that Taylor Sheridan has built. Like, there's other shows I watch where I'll go like, man, nope, no way, this doesn't make sense. But it's something about this is just different.
Yeah, because it's still entertaining even with those flaws. Like the performances are generally strong. It's fun. It's just a fun show, and it's a self-aware show. So that's what makes it work, I think, despite kind of some pretty glaring flaws.
I don't think it hasn't gone far enough off the rails yet to me to where it's like.
Well, other than all the bodies piled up in Wyoming,
pretty far fetched.
That's pretty far fetched.
Bodies.
I'm just choosing to believe that it's like a giant crevasse somewhere where nobody can see. You know,
I'm choosing to believe that it's actually a black hole in the. No, it's more like the La Brea tar pit. That's what it is. They just fall into the
They just drop and they just mold.
And they just get,
Or maybe they're dropping them into
that location we found. Like, did a meteor hit the Earth? Why did all these people die right here?
This was the impact zone for some.
They're dropping him into like where Old Faithful is, into like the geyser. They're just being boiled, and then that's why they disappear.
Yeah.
It's just tourists falling off a scenic look.
That's the sulfur pits.
It's all just tourists being dumb.
Silly tourists. So
they all have this brand on them.
Those silly Californians coming into our city.
That's right.
Like, why don't they incinerate them like they did his son more often? Like, that seems like the way to do. Go buy you an industrial strength incinerator, put it on the ground.
It'd be too easy.
But look, they would pay for that thing in just the gas money driving back and forth to Wyoming. As many people as they can.
You can't do that with the carbon emissions. You can't pretend to care about the pipeline and then put all that.
Put a big old. Well, I mean, that's how they get rid of their horses. They just take it somewhere else and have them.
No, they bury the horses.
They bury the horses in the dirt where they lie.
We don't want a pipeline.
Well, that was a horse incinerator that he took him to, wasn't it?
I don't even remember this. I
don't remember that at all. That was like
died in the first episode.
No, I know, but
they wanted to dig him up because they wanted to see who shot who first and all this other crap. And then they ended up digging him up from the ground there and incinerating him. And that was a horse incinerator. They talked about it.
But that wasn't.
Did anybody watch it?
I haven't watched the first 3 seasons.
Not as recently as you.
I don't remember.
You started
years ago.
You started late.
No, but it's been a couple years.
We didn't know it was going to be a hit then. We just watched it and fumbled around.
Yeah, we didn't start doing.
We didn't start thinking about it.
What season did we start doing this, Joe? Season 3?
4 was your first start.
Oh, okay.
No, you guys have been these.
Or is it partially through season 3?
Partially through season 3, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh, it was before that.
This show's been on a long time.
This
show is but Extra exists because of Yellowstone.
That's correct.
Right. That's what we started.
I thought Extra exists because you guys were doing a Mandalorian rewatch.
No, we did Yellowstone first.
I think we did a Yellowstone first,
okay,
and then moved to
the 2020 season was when we started. So that's season 3.
Never doubt our historian.
That's true.
What's that guy's name? Really?
Garrison. What's wrong?
I'm just messing around.
Yeah, Yellowstone, then Mando.
Then Mando.
We were killing time doing a rewatch leading up to season 2 of Mando. Is what?
Never doubt Aussie Nate here. I mean, what's his name?
Aussie Nate, that's Garrison.
I don't know who these people are.
That's funny.
All right, what else did we miss? I mean, we hit everything.
Pretty much.
I don't think we hit anything, did we?
Carter has a girlfriend.
Carter has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about that. Carter is much better this season than he was last. Sorry,
What were
Melissa.
you saying, Melissa?
It's okay. I want Dr. Earl's like medical opinion about, would you not be unconscious if Beth hit you that hard in the temple with a brick?
Yes. Yes.
It's possible. Yeah, it depends on how much of a. I mean, it was a pretty intense blow.
Looked like it was hard.
Yeah,
I
that's,
mean,
Yeah, you more than likely yes. Now, if it just glanced off and cut his forehead, maybe not. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
there's-
she came in pretty good.
But she swung it
should
like-
have been-
mhm.
But people are either people are knocked unconscious too easily on shows, or not easily enough. Like,
Right.
Well, there was a monologue required.
accuracy
so.
either way. You know,
Well, my
Yeah,
thing
there
is,
was-
why
yeah.
didn't that lady take her phone and immediately record Beth? And
Oh,
this
she was
conversation?
listening to all of it. She's got it all.
I know. I'm like,
ultimately, she probably needs to get rid of both of them.
yes.
Well, this is true. Yeah.
Yes.
The whole family. She really just wants to take down the whole family.
Well, because they
No.
know too much about her. I mean, she's
Beth
Yeah.
needs to get
she's
rid of
neck deep in this
Sarah
too.
and Jamie, is I think what Red is saying.
Well, I'm
Yes.
saying Sarah needs to get rid of
Oh.
Jamie and Beth.
Oh,
I think
well,
she doesn't need
yeah.
any witnesses to any of this either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what she would like. And she's about to have some professionals come into town.
And
From her
it's
future.
Yeah.
Jamie's
I
an
like-
idiot. He's
Jamie
he's
is an
stupid
idiot.
for
Yes,
letting
he
her
thinks-
be the one to talk to these professionals.
I liked Beth a lot in this episode just because I hate Jamie.
Yeah.
wow.
I was
Yeah.
like, yes, take him to the train station. Have John help, please. Let's go.
Well,
Yes,
he's
I
gotten worse. Like
Well,
he
he was,
has.
he was almost sympathetic at points
Even at
throughout
the beginning of the season,
show,
he was almost sympathetic.
but he's not now. He's too dumb for it.
Yeah.
But he also made some valid points. I mean, he does have Beth over a barrel, and frankly, he's like, if you want to save the ranch, this is the only way, because
Mhm.
our father is running it into the ground, and it will not remain. So he's right about that.
Mhm.
Beth sort of knows that things are on a wrong track too. So that's a weird. They're both right, and they both want to kill each other.
Right.
So
Right.
that's a weird. I don't know how that resolves, but the fact that they both are right and sort of have the same opinion about it and same understanding of the situation to some degree might help them to resolve this without murdering each other. That might be the hat that Sheridan hangs, the hook he hangs his hat on to keep them from killing each other, is that they both agree that their father is running this thing into the ground. They've got to find a way to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that 4 a.m. tornado watch. Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, till 4 a.m. Right?
Until 4 a.m. Yeah, that's exciting. That's no big deal.
I don't care.
It's old hat.
What am I going to go do? I mean, stick my finger in a hole out in the yard, make it go away. There's nothing you can do about it. You just,
Is that what you do in Alabama?
yeah, that's how we that's how we deal with our tornadoes.
Okay.
No, we don't. I mean, you can't stop it. So you just go to sleep and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Did anybody else think it was really foreboding when he was saying goodbye to Casey, John?
Oh, the
Yeah.
hug and everything.
Yeah, I definitely got that.
Yeah.
Very weird.
It was weird. I don't know what John is thinking.
I
don't know why
kind of
John
read it
is-
more so as this was John being like, I have finally convinced one of my children, and he's still alive, because I think he had the other one that died, convinced that he was taking over the ranch. But I finally convinced Casey that he is taking over this ranch, and he's actually going to come work on it. And this is me being a step closer to retirement. And this ranch isn't really mine anymore. It's about to become Casey's.
And the irony is, if at any point in the last 40 years, if he had hugged Jamie that way, Jamie wouldn't now be trying to end his career.
That's
Yes.
Right.
Like if he had just shown him one moment's
Exactly.
connection and affection and love, then he would be on a totally different path.
Instead of saying you're going to be my lawyer, so go to school, but then I don't like you because you're a fancy boy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not. It's stupid. John Dutton is not good at any of this.
I mean, Jamie has basically been created by John. I mean, the way he's been treated his whole life. So
Correct.
yeah, I mean,
Dude,
and
he forced his sister to have a. What are y'all talking about? He's a monster.
But at the same time, he's paid his penance for that, right? I mean, he's a monster. I know.
Yeah.
He told her he was sorry, Earl.
Yeah, it sounded
No,
genuine.
I'm kidding. I look. He's a 15-year-old kid. He probably doesn't even know what they
They were both kids.
And she went to him for help, right? Like,
right.
I'm not saying that it was her fault.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was his fault. Like, he was a kid. He thought that's the way to solve it, and probably not.
It's better
Definitely
to
not.
wait, kids. That's the lesson.
Yes.
That is the lesson. That's definitely the lesson.
Kids.
All right.
Maybe special someone.
I did like how Sarah, I don't know what this little talk she does. It's really sinister, but like she does this little thing where she talks really slow to Jamie, and
Well,
it's
that's
like
'cause she
she's
knows
just
he's an idiot.
Yeah,
talking poison in his
watched
ear. But
the end of that conversation 4 times with the subtitles on, trying to figure out what the hell she was saying. And the last 10 seconds of that conversation didn't make any sense at all. She's just
God,
mumbling nonsense words.
no, she's
like,
saying we
there
got to
might-
take him out.
It was
no.
nonsense.
It was absolute
like,
nonsense.
maybe
She's
you-
like,
you
there
know,
might be
like
a.
you
I'm
did
thinking
with-
about, and he's like, I'm thinking the same thing. And she's like, I'm like,
Like it
what?
was.
No, we know what
it
they're
was
thinking
awesome.
about. We know what they're thinking about.
No, but it
It's-
didn't-
No, but they already
Kill
had the
her.
conversation about hiring the hitman to kill them, and then they just had a separate
Right.
conversation about you shouldn't talk to them because I'm thinking,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
I
It didn't make any. Yeah, I did. Like first I watched it without the subtitles. I was like, nope, got to go back. And then
I
watched
understood
it.
it.
I'm like,
I
man,
understood
I'm
all the
losing here.
context, although I've already forgotten it with
It
my
was
old brain.
it was
so.
it was nonsense dialogue. It was like random
No,
grunts
it made
and
perfect
ellipses.
sense when I watched it. I'll go back and watch it. I'll report for you, the
Put it in the
viewers.
Discord.
Yes, I don't know. What's going
I'm
on
very
here.
confused by it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was crazy. All right, so we need to wrap this up. Apparently, I know, but did we miss anything?
I really
don't
don't
think
think
we
that
did.
much stuff happened to talk about.
It was
in
a
this
it was a
episode.
weird.
I've got to get
mid-season
to my
finale.
tornado bunker. So let's
It
wrap
was
this up.
such a
on.
weird mid-season.
Put
finale.
my helmet.
Yeah, helmet.
Yeah, it's strange. And so you're saying you don't necessarily believe that they're waiting until the summer to come back?
No, I fully believe that. I was saying I don't believe Rhett's theory
the
of
month.
1883 having a month in between
a month
after
off.
the next episode.
No, I think it's the 8th and then like February 5th or something, whatever that Sunday is.
Well, we'll find out, I guess, next
We will
week.
see.
So we do have the season premiere of Bad Batch on tomorrow. So we'll definitely be talking about
What?
that next week.
Willow, we got Willow to finish.
Stop it. Stop it. Willow. You're
You are
ridiculous.
great.
And so yeah, we'll be talking about that in the first part, and then we'll do episode 4 of 1923 in the second part. So that's generally how we do it. Once a Star Wars show comes on, we'll hit Star Wars first and then do that.
Becca.
But
I'm excited to get some real Star Wars to talk about. I've never talked about real Star Wars on this show.
Real Star Wars.
I know.
I thought
I
this
am
was a
too.
cartoon. Is there more real Star Wars coming?
It's going to be awesome. Now, next week is kind of a weird week schedule wise. We've got the Golden Globes coming on Tuesday, and I'm a big Golden Globe watcher. So I am going to postpone us until Wednesday of next week.
Wait, why do you get to make that? What?
Because it's my show. I'm making it's my show. That's why I'm making the decision.
He's
I'm
paying
watching the Golden
StreamYard the big
Globe.
bucks.
He said,
Yeah, I'm the one that makes the payments
All
here. No, it's
That means we'll
I
have
was
two-
down for the Golden Globes watch.
Then we'll have 2 episodes of Bad Batch.
no,
to talk
but
about.
we're still gonna just do
What?
the first 2
All right.
episodes. It's 2 episodes.
So you're telling me I can't watch the 3rd episode of Bad Batch
Don't
until we
overthink
talk
it.
about it.
You can watch it, but we're not going to talk about the 3rd episode. Maybe we will. It
Wait,
just
they're
depends.
showing
Don't
on-
even
two
watch,
episodes
no,
of
don't even
Bad
watch it
Batch?
because you'll be tempted to say something about
You'll
it.
be
Don't
tempted to
put
say
it off
something.
until after the show.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
doing it's a 2-episode season premiere. Maybe
Jake-
we will.
you and I can just do a watch along for the Golden Globes. I
Yeah, exactly. So maybe we'll talk about the 3rd one. It just depends on how I feel in that very moment. But yeah.
You're not
Then we
staying up till 2 a.m. to watch this crap, are you?
no,
No.
not at all. But so anyways, we'll be back next Wednesday, people. Wednesday, because everybody needs to watch the Golden Globes. It's the primer for the Oscars. It'll tell you who's going to win the Oscar. It's kind of the way it works.
Oh
In
yeah, the
most
Hollywood
cases.
Foreign Press always nail it, don't they?
They're always accurate.
Upstanding citizens, those guys.
Yeah.
I trust their opinions.
So Roth, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Yes, you can follow me on the social medias, Roth from Wyoming, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd. I'm in the Deucecast Discord as well. Podcast, the Good Day for a Movie podcast. Our last episode was our 2022 review and little 2023 preview. And then our next episode is going to be on Idiocracy.
Oh, fun!
Oh,
That's
Well,
gonna
Mike
be
Judge
good.
action to start.
That's
the
going
year.
to be good.
So,
I'm looking forward to
nice.
that one.
Mike
I can't
Judge
wait
is
to
actually
hear
great.
what Tate and Sage. Now, one of them have seen it already.
yes, Sage had already seen it.
Yeah.
Ah,
so Tate-
Sage.
Gotta let it-
I love that reaction every time.
Sage. Rhett, do you want anybody to find you on the internet?
No, not really. But Melissa,
really.
it was a pleasure to join you here. That was nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Melissa, you've got a podcast coming in February, you think?
Oh.
Is that accurate?
Yes. So I can be found at That's Miss Chef on Twitter and Instagram and Letterboxd and in the Discord. And
That's
then the Food for Thoughtcast, Call Me Chef, will premiere in February, probably late February. So.
That's
Oh,
gonna be
food for
awesome.
thought. I like that.
Yeah, it's
But I
gonna be
learned.
good.
Will I learn how to be a great cook if I a great chef if I listen?
Absolutely not.
This is about thinking. Food for thought.
Food for thought, Rhett.
So, yeah.
Dr. Earl, as always, is off the grid, can't be found anywhere on the internet, except for the
Discord.
Discord, Pretentious Corner.
I have my hands covered in blood, pulling bullets out of people when
That's
they get
right.
shot up on the ranges.
I mean, we are in
of
Birmingham.
Alabama.
Lots of Tommy guns in Birmingham.
Yeah, we
Well,
are. I
it's-
mean,
The Tommy guns. Yeah,
that's right. That's
those
exactly
Irish.
right. We do have a really fun episode of the Deucecast movie show coming out tomorrow, where we talk about our 2022 surprise and delights.
It was
with
delightful.
with one Jeremy Burgess joining us for that
Jay Birds,
episode.
baby.
So that'll be dropping tomorrow morning, as always. But we will see you next Wednesday on Deucecast Extra, where we'll talk about Bad Batch and 1923. I appreciate everybody hanging out in the chat. It was a lot of fun. Who was there? Garrison, Matt, Brian. I think that's the
That's
crew
it.
that was hanging out this evening. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out. If you deem necessary, if you've liked what you've seen, please share the episode, throw a comment in there, like it. We need subscribers. I mean, we got to get we're
Like,
up to
subscribe,
82.
mash the bell.
Yeah, mash the bell. Earl's always so like enthusiastic
Yeah.
when he says mash the bell.
Do this thing.
So I really appreciate everybody hanging out,
Bless
and we
you.
will see you guys next Wednesday. Talk to y'all later.